One of the hidden gems in college football, Merlin Olsen Field at Maverick Stadium in Logan, Utah. Week 6 of the college football season, and our EA Sports college football coverage continues with what ought to be a great one. It's the Washington State Cougars and the Utah State Aggies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Well, guys, the Cougars head coach told me before the game, he said they have got incredible plans right now to get this wide receiver involved. Defense has been keying on him. With the young quarterback, they think they have put something into the scheme that will help them get the ball to their receiver downfield, regardless of what the defense tries to do. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Washington State lined up to kick it off and get this game going. He'll bring it out. It's Starling. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. So Utah State's offense will go on the attack first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's a good route. Good, solid hands and a big part of this passing attack.
And, man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in, and we just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
He'll start this drive firing. Here's a heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And that's a really good decision by the quarterback. Don't take the sack, throw the ball away. Now, listen, we can debate whether that was intentional grounding or not because he's still in the pocket. I'm not sure that that's not classified as grounding, but they didn't call it. So, you know what? Nice throwaway, QB.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll send the tight end in motion. The play action fake. That's reeled in. It's Jacobs. Turning it on. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jacobs. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll keep it on the ground, fighting off the defender. That ought to be enough for a Utah State first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The handoff as they run the counter play here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Running inside, it's Jacobs. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to bring it back. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. So Washington State's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him, mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB, elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press them and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times because you know in this game when the quarterback's...
Here's a little room there. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the move. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Finds his man. It's Hawkins. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He might want another play. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Red pass, it's complete. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
A first down run on the doorstep. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Trying to slam in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougar! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And he takes this from inside the 5. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pulls it in. It's Robinson. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
Well, the slot receiver's running the in route there, and he does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense right over the middle of the field.
It's first down from their own 23-yard line. The run inside. It's Jacobs. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Trying to get behind the defense. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow. They got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way, get a few first downs, get some playmakers involved, because right now they just seem out of sync.
Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
And, man, I absolutely love that from this quarterback. He is not a blazer. He's not going to outrun any defensive backs on the field. But I love when you take the space that a defense gives you. They want to play a certain coverage. They want to leave up all that space.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
The Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jacobs. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Looks as if it's the junior linebacker who's still down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. Now facing a 3rd and long. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. He's looking downfield to throw. Rush is on him. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The hand to the running back. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And, man, another nice run. And you can just see the balance. You can see the toughness. This guy's really good at what he does, and they're going to continue to feature him. He's already got 1 touchdown on the day, and I imagine he'll continue to be a focal point for this offense, and he better be for this defense.
Might as well give it to him again. Got enough for the first. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington State has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hawkins. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. That's caught. It's Clemens. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Training staff will take a look and will step aside. The Cougars will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The lone back's got it. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
As they come to the line on 3rd down, already 2 for 2 on this drive, going for the hat trick and the score. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to find the end zone. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was 3rd down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up 4th.
From the gun. Touchdown, Cougars! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Getting set for the point after.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And he's going to bring it out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
I think the quarterback just needs to settle down and take his time. Be confident knowing you can step into these throws. When you step into it, it'll help your accuracy. That throw, throwing it off his back foot, led to the incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes a catch. He works his way to the 21-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Right back to him on the ground. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man, and he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Washington State going back to work on 1st down. Leaves it with the back. Finding some room. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Cougars will hustle to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give to the single back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Cougars, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Complete.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense, you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
They'll leave it with him. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And you think the defense is dialed into this guy? Like, he's already had such a great start to the football game, and you know they're using him. Great job by this defense. Great adjustment. Great job being downhill, physical, fast right now and getting him stopped.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Absolute shame. Missed it. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. Utah State about to kick it off to open the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Washington State's head coach told me at halftime they are thrilled with their running game. This is something that they did not expect. This running back has come alive. It's somebody that they can continue to ride here in the third quarter. He said he's somebody we trust. He's been terrific in practice, and right now he's proving everybody wrong and showing us that he can be a big-time player in this game. Expect them to feed him the ball more here to start the third quarter.
Okay, Holly. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed behind the line. It's Clemens. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Unloads quickly. Makes a grab and room to run. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the chains, but there is a man still down on the field. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rule will check on his condition. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Quarterback may change this route. Might have a chance. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and...
Touchdown Cougars! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Starling. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game, but I think more than that,
That's a fumble on the play. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. The offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
Running inside, it's Jacobs. Maybe some room here. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
To the ground, he's got it again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this.
Makes the grab in their space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And you got to imagine at halftime, there were some words being thrown around. Obviously, guys, we can't throw around those words in the booth right here. But coming out in this second half, like no points in the first half and putting a drive.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And the big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. With the catch, it's Robinson. And the defense drags him down. Utah State up-tempo. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. The run inside. It's Jacobs. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Motion from the wideout. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, as soon as the running back got the ball, there was just absolutely nowhere for him to go. It just seemed like the D-line built a wall up front.
Yeah, and a great job. You're thinking pass right away because the draw is supposed to look like a pass first, rushing upfield, but then seeing it, reacting to it, and making sure they let that ball go nowhere. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Got him in the backfield quick.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Got his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit from the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Dar forced to settle for 3.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Voorhees. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. Wazoo headed to the line with another first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Clemens. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll go to the ground. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting first downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
The Cougars back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats?
Snags it, and there's run. Heading to the end zone. Touchdown, Wazoo! And the punishment has been extended. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Fielded in the end zone, it's Starling. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Guys, here on the Utah State sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Working that wide receiver screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Keeps it himself. Ball is loose. And he gets back on top of it and averts disaster.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Washington State ready to get things going now as the offense takes the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action and sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Give to the single back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And a nice crisp run, great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
The Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Power football with the run. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. He's got it down the middle. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. A designed run for the quarterback. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run play action. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Jacobs. They get him on the ground, and boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8. Offense gets set for second down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Johnson. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together